Hi, and welcome to the Garden Fix. I'm Rob, and I'm in Zone 6B, Western Pennsylvania. Today, I got a really special plant for you, and this is called Prairie Smoke Geum Triflorum. So Prairie Smoke blooms in mid to late spring, and it has these nodding flowers on it that I would say the colors are anywhere from a light pink to a rosy red. And if you look close at them, you can see that the flowers have like a lantern shape. And this is actually how it flowers. This is in flowering stage right now. Now, the real show happens after they're done flowering, though. So as the blooms fade, these flowers open up and they transform into these wispy plumes. And this is what happens when it goes to seed. And that's where it gets its name, prairie smoke. So when you get the wind blowing through it, you get this wonderful movement, and it's absolutely beautiful in the breeze. Now, prairie smoke really likes well-drained soil, so make sure you plant it on perfect for a rock garden or some kind of sloped landscape. We have it on this little berm right here, and make sure you put it in full sun. So since it blooms in spring, keep this in mind. Full sun doesn't necessarily mean full sun in the summertime. It means in the springtime when it's, if you want to get its blooms. So we have it in an area that's actually part shade in summer, but we get all the wonderful blooms in spring. Okay, so let's talk about its size. Prairie smoke gets about 12 inches tall, maybe 16 inches tall, and gets about 12 to 16 or 18 inches wide too. Pretty much like what you're seeing right now. Now, prairie smoke is generally listed as deer resistant. Generally deer resistant. So I would probably say no, it's not deer resistant. So in our garden, it's really a wonderful plant to have blooming in spring. Pollinators seem to really enjoy having this one bloom early, and it's a great addition in your garden and adds a lot of color to your garden in that time of year. So can you grow it where you live? The USDA growing zones are 3 to 7 on this, so it is really good for northern gardens. And once you get it established, it does its own thing. It's really easy. We do nothing with it. We'll probably cut it back in a month or so, and it has this really nice kind of fern-like foliage in it. So that really looks nice for the rest of the season. All right, guys, I have one tip for this. Make sure that you plant it in a well-drained area. It is really not going to like being wet, and make sure you give it the sun it needs. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the Garden Fix. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And until next time, I'll meet you in the garden.